Karina here, your lucid living coach. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a healing arts astrologer, and I'm here to give you the new moon in Virgo video. Now, this is a very, very complex new moon. Okay, we have two quincunxes, which I will talk about. The new moon is happening on September 14th, and time has just been flying by so quickly. I mean, it's like I blink and it's already Friday. And so I wanted to get this out to you, and because I feel like it's a very important new beginning. So new moons are new beginnings. It's when the sun and the moon are sitting together in the sky. And it's at 21 degrees of Virgo. So in the inside degrees, 21 degrees of Virgo is a dark river and distant bell. So much to be done. So many fragments to move with. Such a confounding. The one inside is calm and quiet, poised and accepting, knows what shall be. The one on the outside is frantic with events and experiences which do not add up. Severe conditions to test the soul and give the mind quite to scare. The process is to keep going into it a little further, despite yourself, and to keep losing who you thought you were in the bargain. But there is somebody to be with there is nobody left to be, and only then. So we know with Virgo season, we're wrapping up summer. It's harvest season. So we're getting the fruits of our labor. But what happens when a completion happens? We're looking for that new thing, that new beginning. But Virgo is about getting rid of. It's about organizing and cleaning and clearing out our life in various aspects. Right? It's not just our house. It could be our business. It could be our relationships. It could be our thought processes. It could be our habits, and it could be our routines and our health. So there's a lot of things that is going on for this new beginning and this new moon. Virgo is mutable, meaning that it is changeable, and really anything could happen at the snap of a finger. Uranus is involved because there is a grand Earth trine with this new moon, with Pluto, and with Uranus and Jupiter sitting together, fairly close for how big Jupiter is in Taurus. We have Venus direct in Leo, and that is definitely being looked at here, and it's on Juno. And Juno and Jupiter are having some aspects as well. They're really not seeing eye to eye, and they're husband and wife, and they know that there needs to be some shifts and changes. With quincunxes, they are it's very unsettling. It's kind of irritating and annoying because there's something that we can't quite put our finger on that needs adjustment or changed, right? So if I hear a sound and I'm looking where that sound's coming from and I can't find where the sound's coming from, it's going to be very irritating because I can't eliminate that sound. Right? And those are quincunxes. And that's what's happening with the South Node in Libra, which is our relationships or our past. And if you have a North Node in Libra, this is the things that you're literally having to get rid of from your past so you can move forward on your destiny. And sometimes it could be a little confusing because you're being called right now to focus on the North Node, which is opposite from your North Node. Right. And so you definitely don't want to move backwards and to go back to the life that is comfortable but more so view the life that you had before as something that you've learned from, and literally untying and clearing any of those relationships and the stuff that was associated with that past life. Okay? So let's take a look at this new moon, which is all about healing, health, harvest, completion of summer cycle. We're already getting into my favorite time of the year, and that is fall. Can't wait for Halloween. I definitely want to do some pumpkin decorations, so I will let you guys know soon. I'm gonna maybe talk to the Alicia about having something there for the community. So there is an Earth trine. So this is a stern aspect because Earth signs are very grounded. It's very gluing some pieces together in some form. So we want to be careful. It's like laying the cement. You want to make sure that it's what you want. So we're creating also new values because that's what this Uranus is about in Taurus, and habits and routines with Virgo, and transforming our legacy and our careers. And like, that's Pluto, but Pluto's also being in Capricorn, which is systems and karma. We're like really eating away our karma right now. We're seeing what we have produced, which is a lot of crap, right? In our systems, political systems. What we're choosing to put into place for this new moon will have an effect on our future selves and our daily needs to change in order to create this stability and the future that we're desiring. And I'll get a little bit more into that. So this new moon in Virgo is trining Uranus, and it's trining Pluto. Okay, that's what makes it an Earth trine. And they're stable and they don't like to budge. So in the eye of change, right? And so there is a lot of change happening right now. However, we're being asked to be flexible during this time and this transit for the best results, as it will hold you back from evolving. And like I said, if you have that opposite North Node, so if your North Node is in Libra and your South Node is in Aries, we don't want to move backwards. We want to move forwards and do the necessary work that needs to be done, because these nodes are only for 18 months and we've already been in it for a couple months now. Quite a few, probably 9. 8, 6. Yeah, something like that. So this new moon is also opposite Neptune, and Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces. Okay, so there's 6 planets retrograde right now. We have Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, Uranus, Mercury, which is the closest and the most felt, and Pluto. Okay, so this is retrograde season, and it's about going inward and reassessing, right? Because after there's a completion and a harvest, we're now, okay, now what next? What's the next cycle going to be for me? What am I going to work hard for in the winter, so then when spring comes, I could really initiate it to get my harvest in my Virgo season. So we are trying to figure that out. And with Neptune opposing the new moon, don't let yourself get lost in the illusion. Use it as a tool for manifestation, dreams, prayer, connection with your intuition, and listening to your higher self, because they're pooling. Because Virgo's so practical and so grounded. It's like, how am I going to make all these dreams and all these ambitions come true, right? It can feel like there's a lot of obstacles in the way. With that Venus square too to Jupiter, which is like, oh God, I want so much of these resources, or I want this, or I want to buy a house, or I want to move, or I want to switch careers. But man, what is happening right now could feel very frustrating, because you might not be getting the work or the business that you need. relationships could not be working out. And pretty much with this new moon, it's clearing those contracts that are now over. And so it could feel like, oh, I'm just so used to having this way, or I'm so used to having this person around, or I'm so used to working for this client, that when it comes to an end, it could feel like, oh my God, like I'm not going to be able to reach the goals that I really have in play. But you really have to see the bigger picture, and the universe is clearing these things away. South Node, Libra, clearing away those relationships, clearing away those contracts and karma or whatever, right? And it's making room for the new relationships. So whatever has completed, especially for that super full moon, leading up to this new moon, the new moon is going to bring something into your life that is 100 times better. So don't be stressing. Don't be stressing. Put down that stress hat. Everything's going to work out. You just have to really focus on doing what work that you can do, and focus on what you can control in your own life. So it's like we're doing the footsteps and letting the universe do the rest, right? Because we are in the physical form, and universe, God, is energy. And so the energy, or God, uses us in the physical world to do the work. That's why we have to listen to our higher self, and we have to take action. Because if you're praying and manifesting at home, and let's say you're praying for a husband, but you're not going out, you think that guy is just going to knock on your door? Maybe he's a door dasher and you're really into that. So, but most likely, with things to be manifest in the physical world, you have to do the physical practical steps. And that's Virgo, and that's Capricorn, and that's Taurus. So you want to use, your Pisces of dreams and what can be. And you want to use the emotion and the intuition and the hard work that you have in, Scorpio and Cancer. And you also want to use that fire to really like go get it and make it happen in the physical world. And then all the air is really just intellectualizing, right? It's like finding out a plan, what makes sense, how can I do this where it's benefiting all parties involved. And yeah, because air is much about others and the collective, and how we communicate. And so there's all these moving pieces in this universe, and the elements are very important: the earth, fire, and air. And they have and fire, air, earth, and water, and they all have their play, okay, in the grander scheme of things. So I've digressed. The new moon is quincunx. The new moon is quincunx, the north node. Okay, so there. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. So the new moon quincunx the north node. So the north node is asking of us to take control of our own selves, to be independent from the collective in a way that's not egotistical, in a way that's not like, I'm going to go it about my own. Because there is a sense of community that we need right now during this change. But we also need to detach from let's just say, the majority of the population in order to fit in. There's a lot of people like this, okay? That they might have another perspective or belief, but they either keep their mouth shut and hush about it because they don't want to be reprimanded or ridiculed or lose friendships. So because everyone's so into separation right now, I just don't get it. Like they're creating this separation and people are just buying into it with putting people in categories like left wing, right wing, or politics and mask, no mask, all that stuff. So we know that there's been a lot of separation and a lot of judgment. And just because you're one thing doesn't mean that you have all those symptoms. It's kind of like being on this autism spectrum, being an Asperger's. There's so many different kinds of spectrum that when someone's autistic, they don't have all of those, right? Someone might have sensory issues or being sensitive to sensory, like light, right? And other people might, be sensitive to smells or touch, but not everyone under that autism spectrum is all those things. And that's what I see that people are doing, is categorizing people and being like, oh, well, this, that, and the other. So a quincunx is, like I said, it's an area that that is it's irritation, and you just can't put your finger on it. And so the new moon is practical and wanting to move forward, and the south and the north node is also wanting to move, but one is cardinal and one is mutable. One wants to forge ahead and make it happen with or without others, and the other one is wanting this new beginning in a more harmonious, balanced way, because we have Mars in Libra too. And I'll get a little bit into that as well. So in order for us to evolve and move into the new world, we really need to let go of all these categories, this separation, this fear, and not being bought. Like, some people sell their souls to the system. We can't be bought. Like, they're already trying to make, like, oh, I just noticed. Oh, if you use Zelle so many times, we'll give you money. They're pretty much paying us to sell our energy over to them, to give them our energy. Energy, that's what money is. It's currency, water, energy, frequency. It's our energy that they want to own digitally. They're trying to take away the paper money, right? And they want to have complete control over our finances because they could freeze accounts once they have all the control. So we're trying. Don't buy into it. Like, I'm going to continue living my life the way I'm living it. I'm going to use my cash. I'm going to use Zelle when it's convenient for me. And they want to throw money at me, and I'd rather pay cash, or I'd rather write a check, or whatever it might be, I'm going to do it. Okay. So the South Node is quincunx, Neptune, and Uranus. So I want to talk a little bit more about this, because quincunx, there's 3 quincunxes in this that I've noticed. There's just a lot going on, but I'm not going to talk about everything. But there is an irritation between these areas of our chart. So you want to look at where Neptune is, so 26 degrees of Pisces, and where 25 degrees of Libra, or any planets that is touching these nodes at 25 degrees. So look in your chart, see if there's anything in 25 degrees or anything close with like a 3-degree orb, and that is being affected. So Neptune in Pisces, it feels into its South Node in Libra is letting go of relationships and releasing, being quiet. Libra is like sometimes like being quiet, right? With this Mars in Libra, and being non-confrontational. Okay. The North Node in Aries, don't give a shit. It's going to say what it's going to say. It's going to do what it's going to do, regardless of anyone else. Okay. That's the polarity of Libra and Aries. Now, quincunxes have nothing to do with one another. Okay. They don't see eye to eye, and it creates irritation and annoyance. I think that we know what we need to do, whether that's releasing relationships that we know are not healthy for us and they're not moving us forward in the areas that we want to go, or either letting go of these friendships or romance, or in business or a job. However, our feelings of hope and our attachment to the habits of having these things around have been keeping us from making the cuts. Uranus is helping us to see our values and shifting unexpectedly, making these moves that have been long overdue. For example, if you have been, let's say, involved with someone that is just not, it's your past, you don't really relate, but you're holding on, no longer resonates, and you've outgrown them, and now you're healthy and you're leveling up and you're making new connections with other people. Like, you just got to let your past be your past. Let go of your past. So let's say we're, an ex-user, or you're an addiction and you had friends or you met others that had that addiction, and now you're leveling up, you're moving up, and you're still having these type of people around that could trigger you into using again, or that are just hating on you because they're thinking that you're doing better. No one wants anyone being better than them, I swear. Like, that's why they always say that quote, misery loves company. So that's just a little example. But we need to be letting go of the need to be bringing someone with us, and do it with or without the someone, or the okay, or the support. Like, that's Aries. Like, you're gonna go at it without needing anyone else to tell you not. But you have to listen to your intuition. You have to make sure that you're doing the right thing before any of that. Like, so Pluto squared the nodes. This is an adjustment that is being asked of us. Releasing the past and old patterns, habits, modes of operation, family curses, ancestral cycles that are holding us back from the evolution. This could be on a large level, like government systems that are corrupt, financial systems that are oppressive, school systems that are detrimental to the evolution of the future generations, and the conditioning and teaching our kids stuff that does not benefit them in the new world. It's keeping them stuck in the old world. We also need to look at our own lives to see what we need to adjust, letting go of our relationships, habits, routines, thought patterns, family history cycles, and curses. This is a time of cutting the cords of karma. Nodes have to do with our past and our future. So ask yourself, who are you becoming? Who do you want to become? Are they in alignment? What needs to be left behind? What needs to come aboard into the new moon cycle? Winter is upon us and our harvest has come, and now we will let go of all that did not make the cut. New moons, new beginnings. The more we cut away, the more we clear our space, the more we move things around, then the more that could come and flow into our life for this new moon. Let's see. Chiron is the wounds. It's a wounded healer. And Chiron is in Aries on the North Node. So it's a lot of healing around our ego. It's trining Venus and Juno. So that's a really nice energy flow. Jupiter is square Juno on Venus. So our wounds around our ego, the feminine Venus is healing a lot of the wounds around her ego and her identity and who she is in the new world. And balancing the masculine and feminine, needing to work on, seeing eye to eye with our masculine and our femininity. Like, we want to be able to feel good about what we're working towards. Black Moon Lilith is at the last degrees of Leo. We'll be moving into Virgo soon. So, party time. Heart attack. So Jupiter's retrograde in Taurus on Sunday when the Venus went direct. So they kind of like, I'm going retrograde. I'm going direct. What's up, yo? So that was so last year Jupiter retrograded in Aries. So this year Jupiter's retrograding in the area of our value and our resources. So working around our ego and how that we can move things forward on our own. But now we're looking at our values, resources, money, and what we need to adjust to be in alignment and also be comfortable. Yeah. Because sometimes we have to reserve some things in order to pay for things later, right? Venus in Leo direct, we've had the Venus retrograde to rethink our relationships, value, and how we will have the courage to take the chance in new love, new creative projects, and yeah, new ways to create abundance in our life and resources. Mars is in Libra, so we're being fueled by our relationships and mutuality, and we can let things go. Libras don't like to fight, and they I have a Mars in Libra. It's in detriment, yeah, but I just don't let things get to me. You know, if someone's very adamant about something, I'll just, oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely choose my battles wisely. So that is that. And that's all I have for you in my notes, but really just dialing in your health, your work, your routines and how you work. Sometimes if you just switch up your routines a little bit, it's going to make a huge difference in your life. You don't want to keep doing the same things over and over again and getting the same result and expecting a different one, right? So if you're not happy with the results, whether that's in your finances or your relationships, and just switch it up. Do something a little different. So I'm going to pick from the Oracle deck here. Flowers of Light, just for this new moon in Virgo, for the collective. Nurture. Take a moment today to stand out, to stand outside and quiet your thoughts and breathing. Know the sun and your soul are always shining. The birds in your heart are always singing, and the flowers and your path are always opening up. You don't have to action these things into being. You just have to turn up. Look around and feel into life. Notice how your dreams and desires surround you in many ways. It may not be the precise thing you desire, though it will give you the same. Yeah. It will give you the same feeling. So look for where your dreams and desires are instead of where they are not. So shifting your perspective and you will change your life. Definitely. That's a good one for this Libra new moon. Changing your perspective. Now I'm going to pick from the Gaia Oracle. 9:10, 9 to 3. Whoa. Whoa. Peace. Peace. It fell. Peace be with you. Dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. Okay, we talked about that with this Neptune opposing this new moon. 26. There is truly no point to worrying about things that are not in your control. Worry does not help anyone, nor does it help resolve anything. On the contrary, it often makes things seem worse than they actually are. Life is such that we can always find something to worry about. Yet, for your own well-being and for the well-being of those around you, it is vital that you learn to deal with things in a more positive way, to stop the endless cycles of disturbing and negative thoughts. You are advised to train yourself to focus on the positive side of things. Set aside time at the beginning and end of each day to meditate, bringing your awareness within. Feel and imagine yourself surrounded by love and light, and allow the universe light of love to fill your heart and mind. Imagine your thoughts dissolving and floating away into space, and your mind at peace, clear as the blue sky. Focus on all that you are grateful for in your life, and thank Mother Earth and the universe for every blessing. The affirmation for this card: I trust in the power of love. I trust that all will unfold as it should. My mind is clear like the blue sky. My heart is filled with love. All upon this earth is bathed in the sea of love. Those are two very good cards. Now I'm going to roll the dice, pick some tarot. One of my new tarot decks from Joshua Tree. Oh, Jupiter. Ooh, Taurus. Jupiter is in Taurus, in the 3rd house. So that would be my rising Pisces. Oh, wow. Yeah, because we had your full moon, rising Pisces, all around your self-awareness, and like, maybe there's just a part of yourself that you're just done with. You're just completed with. Like, maybe you're just done with undercutting your own self. And maybe you're just done with not getting paid the way that you're supposed to pay. Maybe you're just done with the area that you're living with, or the people that you're interacting with, or maybe it's your family that's really just really dysfunctional, and you just need to cut ties with any siblings or cousins or anything like that. But let's see what the cards have to say. Start with the wider right. So, oh, okay. 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. Definitely some new beginnings and finances. You know, and just know that, like, when you have the money, it's okay to give it charity, right? You know, but don't just give it away to people that aren't going to appreciate or do anything with it. Page of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely, you need to really go inward and think about what kind of new projects, or create more enthusiasm in your life around something. So sometimes we have to meditate to think, okay, what is the new thing? What do I want to do? What creative project do I want to focus on? How am I going to level up in my income and my business or my job? Like, how am I going to create more income? Oh my God. There is a beautiful crane, a white crane, huge, flying by right now. That is fortune, abundance. Oh my God, she is so pretty. Oh wow. That is, you're going to get your blessings. Whoever's listening to this, going to get your blessings. 2 of Wands. You just got to, you're looking at all the wrong cups. You got to really look at the cup, look outside the box. Okay. So that card is, you know, saying like, you don't pout over spilled milk. Don't cry over what didn't work out. Don't cry about what has left. Focus and think about what, because that is gone, because that left, what it made room for, and focus on that. Because there's a lot, you know, there's a lot of opportunity out there. You just have to take it in your own hands to think things through. Okay. There is abundance. So I'm going to pull and I'm going to read from this beautiful deck. I love this deck. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That was crazy. We got, 2 came out. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Yay. You're going to get your fulfillment, and the 6 of Pentacles. Ooh, look at that card with the Giraffes. This is two people in the desert, just like so happy. They've built that stability. Let's see. I'm going to read the 10 of Cups first. 10 of Cups. I am connected. Relationships, connection, and harmony. A family, arm in arm, looks over the bright home in the distance. A stable, white building, a rainbow of 10 floating cups, rises above the two women, a positive sign that things are looking up. A soft sun sets in the transcendent dune desert, drenching skies. Okay, that's enough of that. So you are loved. You are loved. Lean into your existing bonds, for their solid foundation withstands the shifting dunes of life. This card denotes fulfillment in your relationships and overall rainbow-filled outlook. You can enjoy easeful and loving dynamics with those close to you. The structure and the freedom that you have cultivated together make up the feeling of a loving home. The ease of connection reflects the pink skies of your inner development. You have integrated your heart's truth and are now aligning your actions accordingly. So the tip for this is host a dinner for close friends and family at home. So let's see, the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Sharing abundance creates more abundance. What card came out? What did I say? Again. Benevolence, abundance, prosperity. We have 2 giraffes framed in the abundance of oasis beyond a sand dune. They rise skyward to signal its direction to the elephant and her calf emerging from behind the dune. So in light, share your flourishing oasis with others. Spreading prosperity welcomes more prosperity into your life. This is the language of abundance that any being can learn to speak. It works in tandem with the interconnected universe we exist in. Sharing abundance will create more of it. It never runs out, but rather multiplies, especially when you don't require a return on your investments. Giving freely and without expectation can be one of the brightest joys in life, and this card encourages you to do exactly that. This can take many shapes and forms, as you could be called to make a donation, teach from your wealth of knowledge, or share your talents or spread compassion. Being generous will light you up from the inside. So the tip for this card is give someone an unexpected gift. Whether it's a stranger or a mother, absorb how joyful the gesture makes you feel. So that is a really good card. I'm going to pick from the Making Magic to Manifest Your Dreams. Meditate on Felix. Oh, there's 2 of them. Felix, delicious power symbol to create lucky serendipitous event. And fire, the element of fire, yields new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. Remember, the fire is the action. So taking action towards the things that we desire, we want to manifest. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading. And just to let you know, if you're local, I'm hosting a paint and sip at Club Tack on September 27th. I think it's going to start around 6 o'clock. I believe that is a Wednesday, so it'll be a very happy hump day. So hope to see you there. Also, I will be hosting a paint and sip, Astro Paint and Sip, William Welsh Wine Bar in Martinez again on October 8th. This time we're going to do a 2 o'clock starting on a Sunday. They're going to have live music. So that one is going to be so much fun with such good wine. So I'm looking forward to that. And that one is going to be for the, I think, the new moon eclipse in Libra. So I think the one at TAC, I think, will be the full moon in Aries. So I hope to see you guys there. If you're interested in coaching with me, I have coaching packages for a month of coaching and 3 months of coaching. I also have everything on my website that has to do with the readings. So if you'd like a natal chart reading, or if you'd like a transit rust reading, which kind of has to do with more of predictive astrology, I got you. Just move over to my move over to my website, www.lucidlivingmovement.com. And I just pray that we have such an abundant and amazing new moon and harvest. Everything that we have ever wanted is gonna start trickling in, guys, but we just have to make sure that we're doing the work and we're clearing out what is holding us back. So that being said, peace out. Your Lucid Living Coach, Karina.